What's up, Internet? We're coming at you with yet another episode.
Yes.
Backed by popular demand that nobody voted for.
I did.
He voted for it.
Unfortunately.
So you guys know who we are, as always. My name's Keontae.
And I'm Jesse.
I'm Tyler.
Tiny Rick in the house.
That's actually Ricky. He's lying to you.
He's tiny.
I'll agree to
But he's
that.
not the tiny Rick.
Tiny Ricky.
No, Tiny Rick. Yeah, Tiny Rick wrote like 2 songs that episode. No, he wrote a whole song and a dance.
And he was just swearing in the hallway.
Yeah, I caught flack one time. Somebody I knew, I think it was like one of my cousins, like stepsister or half-sister, something like that. Anyway, she went to a concert. It was a Pretty Ricky concert. And, like, my entire family just bagged on me. So, like, is that why you guys are friends? I'm in the 3rd grade. Shut up.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Damn.
Grind on me.
See, I see like every once in a while I'll
Dang.
be scrolling Facebook and I see like people post something like Pretty Ricky. I'm like, who is this? It ain't me, but who is
You don't
Pretty
know
Ricky?
Ricky. But
I probably don't.
You don't know about that
a
life.
Rick and Morty game just came out on mobile devices.
Yep.
Pocket Morty's.
Free to play. I don't know if it is now or not, but it originally wasn't working for Intel devices, so like the Windows phones and whatnot couldn't run it. I'm assuming if they haven't already, that's being worked on, I'm sure.
You know what?
That
Just
game looks
drop
fun.
everything and just start playing Pocket Morty's.
Windows users get kind of screwed. It seems like.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
I wonder, can you battle each other or is it just?
Weren't they
all-
supposed to like completely
I'd
rip
imagine
the cell phone industry of them? Like,
I don't know. Like, I paid attention to Windows phones for a little bit, but it kind of turned into a thing of after I started playing with them, I like them, but
It's a tiny computer.
all I can
Well,
say,
not
Cortana
even-
sounds
I wouldn't
hot.
say
I need to
that.
find Cortana.
Cortana is pretty dope. Like after the updates and whatnot they did to her, I think hands down she ended up better than Siri and Google Voice or whatever we Android users have.
I miss my iPhone.
I don't.
Anyways, seems like Pocket Morty's just trying to get on the new hype of someone's very special 20th birthday coming up.
Coming up, yeah, coming up. For some reason, I thought it passed already. No,
And it's not really
No.
someone.
February
It's more of a
27th.
franchise.
And no, it's not Sonic because Sonic already turned 25 and. Well, they're not
Well,
doing anything better
He
than
turns
just,
25 in June.
they're not doing anything better than just tweeting at Egoraptor. So
They got some stuff going on. We're not here to talk about Sonic. We're here to talk about
Pokemon.
almost 800 of those guys.
by the way, this is a rare moment that Tyler just disregarded Sonic.
This isn't the Sonic episode.
I know.
I don't think there'll be one.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's just fun.
It'll just be
You know we have to have our very special guest for that Sonic one. Jacob.
Ryan Drummond.
No, we gotta get Jacob on that.
Isn't he just gonna yell about how much he doesn't like it?
And
as
how
well?
much better Mario is than Sonic? Which
Yes.
we all already know this.
You know, there's so much disinterest in that franchise right now that Jacob doesn't even make the jokes anymore.
That's true.
Well,
Man, that's a weird.
I mean,
that's a weird thing.
they started getting the ball. Wait, okay, no, you know what? Well, this
Pokemon,
a
you
topic
gotta
for,
catch them all.
for another.
Gotta catch him all.
Not even that. They took that out of the song.
Pika, Pika.
Man.
They brought it back for X and Y.
Yeah.
Dang.
But, yeah, it's Pokemon's 20th anniversary, 2016. I believe the exact date in Japan is February 27th.
Gotta pay our respects, man.
That was the original release of Red, Green, and then later on there was Blue version, which was updated, and then after that sometime there was Yellow. But
Wasn't-
today,
Wasn't Pokemon just a game that was supposed to just be thrown out there as just like, hey, we need money? Like,
there wasn't a whole lot of faith in Pokemon going out
Yeah.
the... Well... there was and there wasn't. Well, more over here, there was a lot of faith in it because it was already big over there. Because
Yeah.
Pokemon's one of the franchise that, like, kind of from the beginning was built as a multimedia franchise. Like, they had the games, they had toys, they had the show, manga. I don't know if the manga started right off, but they had a lot of stuff going.
it's one of those rare instances when the game was before the manga, right?
Well, like half the manga were all just kind of like made as opposed to being,
Good.
planned on.
No.
Yeah. The manga's still going with like all the original characters. Like, they come back for the remakes and like specials and things like that.
Yeah.
Do
But-
they actually age though?
Yes. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they get
Well,
older.
we all know Misty age.
Yeah, Misty Age, Ash sorta did.
Yeah,
I'm down with that
'cause-
Misty Age.
They gave him teeth in X and Y.
Wait, what?
Somebody was like, Ash just looks so much older in X and Y compared to previous series. It's because he has like teeth in his mouth now, besides when he's smiling.
He
That's
can
weird.
chew.
Yeah, he can actually eat. But today we're going to be talking about all
He can eat
things
meat.
Pokemon 20th anniversary related, be that merchandise and advertisements and things like that. And we'll round it off by talking about the games and some speculation on this year's main series game.
Can I talk about something real quick?
Sure.
I was hearing about this the other day, and like yokai
Yokai Watch.
That's. I'm not saying it's supposed to be like the next big Pokemon, but it's getting like a lot of traction over there. In Japan.
It's huge
Like,
in
it's
Japan
huge.
already.
It's the traction is huge.
It's a thing over
Yeah.
there.
But it's not running smoothly here, is it? Like it's picking
Not
up. I
here.
know that.
No,
It's-
well, I mean,
The game sold decently from what I heard, but we got some of the merchandise. The show, they did kind of a cool thing with the show. The show is on Disney XD, but they also put all
They
their
already
stuff on
messed up.
YouTube.
They already messed up.
and actually, Disney
They
XD
put them
is
all on YouTube,
doing.
which is where a lot of kids are.
It's not that Disney XD is bad, but like first of all, you have to have certain providers to even get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of a red flag. Not a red flag, but it's like an indicator when it's not on one of the main channels.
Yeah, and even then, like it gets, I guess, like lost in like the live action Disney XD shows, and
I think Yokai Watch can gain just a ton of traction over here because I think it's a bit too cultural. Nowadays, like if you want a game to get big, it either creates its own culture or it stays separate from it because it's going to get drowned out by whatever's on Reddit and Tumblr and Facebook and Twitter at the time. So either
Yeah.
you make something that is, it's strong enough to make its own, whether you intended on it or not. I'm pretty sure that's happened several times. Or, you try and separate it from having a culture established because...
You know what? That game, you actually
They kinda
got
tried
this,
to do that.
You actually, I'll go ahead.
I was gonna say Yokai Watch is a very even compared to Pokemon, Yokai Watch is very Japanese.
Yeah,
and
and
yokai are like spirits, but when they officially talk about them over here in interviews and everything, they don't refer to them as spirits or ghosts. They say yokai are just yokai.
Yeah. Well, I
They say yokai.
I mean, that'd be
There's-
kind of a turnoff for kids here,
Spirits.
like, oh, they're ghosts and spirits. It's like,
Well,
Yeah, but
you
But
can
we
get
got
away with,
Scooby-Doo.
on kids. You can get away with ghosts. That would be cool. But spirits, that's whenever the parents are like, "Nah, you ain't have my kids playing with no spirits. I ain't trying to have my kids speaking in tongues tomorrow."
oh, I get you.
when they were localizing, I honestly thought they were gonna because
Really
there's
in the South?
the third main series Yokai Watch game takes place in America, and I think
Yep.
it came out in Japan last year. So I thought they were really just gonna skip the first two and bring that one over here, since it is the most up to date one too. Because now we're still super. There's besides the 4 main series games, I think now there's a bunch of spin-offs. Like there's a Ghostbusters game for them.
dope.
But-
I know,
Of course,
like
anything
that
Japanese
game.
they're behind on.
That
Yeah.
game, you can't because it does have in-game events. So you can only do you can only do this within a 24-hour thing, and then it's just a cycle. You can't time hop. You
yeah.
can't, they made it to where you can't I'm just gonna reset my time on my DS so it makes it think. No,
Did they actually give it an internal battery, or is it just that it reads it a different way?
I think it reads
I
a
think
different
so.
way because even the game itself tells you messing with the clock ain't gonna help you. So just stop.
I just gotta say, Pokemon's still better, which that's what we're talking
I
about.
don't. Yeah, true. I will say a quick thing. I don't think they were really trying to knock it off. Just
No.
be a different version of something similar.
I
As
mean, I
far
don't think
as-
they can. The culture's too established.
Yeah, I was about to
Japan
say,
has their own Pokemon centers.
as much as Pokemon's been around, it's not going away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Yokai Watch is huge over there. Kids are.
I feel like it's for I would definitely say it's a similar something in the similar vein if you want to break it down to pure gameplay mechanics. But as far as observing it as a participant, it's a different experience.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Like,
have to
even-
check it
even
out.
like
We have
on-
to go to the gameplay.
Even
Yeah.
on gas
There's a
station
demo
pumps,
of it.
there's yokai stickers and whatnot. And,
Yeah,
Cause
the little
I've heard
toys
peop-
for the watch are selling out.
yeah, even yokai ramen.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, they franchise it. They merchandise. They're hardcore.
But you know what? That's awesome.
That's
There's
true.
how often to, and one of their car commercials, Mario's in the car commercial.
Over here, you got to be Star Wars.
But y'all
to
gotta
get
look
on
at
the
it.
camel
Anime and
suit.
stuff like that has a prime time slot on most programs in Japan.
Yeah.
Of course, they're gonna be okay with that. Here, that's not gonna fly.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about that in my head with Sonic. I think about that from time to time with Sonic Boom. How that show gets good ratings, but it only comes on at 7 on Saturdays. I was like, man, if they really want that show to be cool, they could put it on a good time slot. But then I was like, they've had Pokemon forever, and it's at the same time slot forever,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, and that's what I'm
So
saying.
we rule. They rule over.
So
Okay,
it's
let's
not
get
gonna-
I
back on
think
topic.
Pokemon is the one thing that everybody here in America recognize, whether they're 80 years old or they're 10.
Yeah.
everybody knows Pikachu
I was-
at the very least, and the word Pokemon.
Or
Yeah.
at least
You mean Japanese Mickey?
Yeah.
I remember the joke
Yeah.
going around with the Xbox One and whatnot, and people were just saying, "Who cares what it's called? My mom's still gonna call it Nintendo."
Yeah, it's true.
Nintendo.
Turn off the Nintendo.
Turn off the Nintendo.
But I guess one thing to talk about, or some slogans that they're throwing around with Pokemon this year. They are, I mean, they're kind of still keeping with the classic gotta catch them all, but their slogan for this year is Pokemon Train On, and they're doing a hashtag Pokemon 20. They want you to tweet it, Instagram it, Facebook it, put it on YouTube videos if you want, just to share your Pokemon memories throughout the year. They've already shared some videos on their website with different celebrities and YouTubers just sharing their Pokemon memories, and we'll probably do some of ours.
Well, yeah, that Pokemon, hashtag Pokemon 20, I'm not even gonna lie.
Play
I had
Yokai
hashtag
Watch,
Pokemon
hashtag
20
Pokemon
once on our Twitter, and I had like 8 different Pokemon account, like, you know, Anons and stuff, come up there and like follow us and stuff like that and comment on something. Like, it was so cool. Like,
It actually made you feel special.
Yeah.
one of the few times in my life. I got a sad life. Anyways.
But Pokemon is definitely, the Pokemon
Prospectively,
Company
yes.
and Nintendo are definitely doing it big this year. They got a Super Bowl ad this year, which is a first for Pokemon. I don't know if it's a first for Nintendo in general, but it's definitely first for Pokemon. And I looked into this. I did
like
some
even
research.
like the video game industry, like it's huge.
Yeah, 'cause
it's
those ads
really
this year-
hard to get a slot, too.
A 30-second
Like,
spot this year is $5 million.
that's a lot. Isn't that like $2 million more than last?
I don't know how it has been before. The only, as far as my history with Super Bowl ads, the only other one I know is the one for the Mac back then in like what 84? Yeah, 1984. It was $500,000 to produce, and the slots were $500,000. So it's called the $1 Million Minute.
Dang, you don't know about the Dorito commercials?
I don't know about
So
prices.
Yeah,
I was about to say, I've seen a good few of the ads, but I rarely look into how much they cost. Like, I know I've heard them a couple of times. I
know-
remember hearing on the news one time the saying, ads cost this much for 30 seconds and this much per minute. And
Yeah, I don't even care about the actual game itself. Just
Yeah.
the
No,
the
it's
commercials.
hilarious. Yeah, there's actually people who tune in to the Super Bowl just to watch the commercials.
That's me.
And that's what's crazy. I think Pokemon is doing something right with spending this $5 million. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I think because
think
like the
about it. It's
commercials
the
are like
most
something
watched
new to see.
televised event.
Because football's
ever.
gonna be football.
Yeah, and this past fall, Sunday Night Football, except for one weekend, I think it was Thanksgiving weekend, it was the most viewed program every week on TV.
And
So-
now you're going to have the most viewed most viewed television thing ever. Like, literally. And it's just for one day. One event happens once a year, and it's always the most.
Huge. What do you think is going to be in the commercial? You think it's going to be something just general Pokemon or something more like Pokemon Go? Because that's what I was thinking.
I'm figuring it's probably going to be Pokemon Go because you can. I mean, I don't see just a ton of. You know, let's face it.
Much you can do.
We know that out of the Pokemon crowd, you've got a lot of college-age kids, a little bit older, a little bit younger. How many of them, you know, we don't know how many of them already have a Wii U, plan on getting a Wii U, or even care that it exists. But we know they all got smartphones.
Yeah.
So they going to get on that Pokemon Go, or at least that's, if nothing else, that's the best
No,
place to
yeah,
try
you
and
don't
get
have them 20-year-olds, them 30-year-olds over here
Oh, yeah.
playing Pokemon Go on their phone, being closet Pokemon gamers. You know it's going to
I feel like, yeah, it's probably going to start out looking like a general something, or at least it's going to be like a CGI. It's probably, say, Pikachu walking down somebody's street, and then somebody comes up and, like, sees it with their phone and, like, yo.
Oh man, like that Google thing.
Yeah, then
That
it'll,
was cool.
I feel like then it'll like, start to transition into something like the Pokemon Go trailer that we already have.
My big
Yeah.
thing is, though, what if it's not Pokemon Go? What if it's the next game? Because, you know, another game should be coming
Yeah.
soon.
That'd be an interesting way to announce the next main series
I mean,
game. But
It
But it
is
would
going to be
also be
televised
very
to the largest
weird.
audience.
yeah,
I like the idea, but I think if they're going to do a specific game, which they should, there's no point to bringing up Pokemon to an entire like that huge audience without telling them where to go. That's
Yeah, some kind
that's
of
a waste of
product.
time.
No,
So
I
I
can see that.
say go for a go. Maybe mention the game, like give it like a small like like 5-10 seconds at the end, kind of like, hey, this is also going to be out at this time. But I don't
Because they haven't released data yet, have they?
Go.
Yeah.
Just 2016.
So, yeah, I mean, it could be the release date at the end. You know, you never know.
I do think it's going to be
Tomorrow.
something Go related though, because
The release date 30 minutes after the Super Bowl's over.
Yeah, I still
is
want to
weird.
say there's a possibility they could be announcing something completely off the wall that we don't expect.
There's a
We,
chance.
we dumped a lot of money on Yokai.
It's definitely not going to be $5
Pikachu's
million
like
for
that now.
Pokemon tournament or something like that.
They would have
No.
to actually acknowledge.
I can
a
only see
Pikachu
new
guy.
game, new movie, or something.
I still
don't
feel
know.
like new game would be a questionable decision
It
because
would, but it's the largest
still-
audience they can get for
Yeah.
30 seconds.
My thing is like
But
with the
you
main
can also
series
have the
games,
internet.
Yeah,
Well,
the main series games like we know they're gonna sell like regardless, but the
And,
Pokemon Go is something that's
That's
unproven.
true too.
And
Come
the
on,
fact
Pokemon
that if,
table
you know, they're
ladder.
trying to catch this large audience. They're not looking for their already audience. You know,
Right,
they're-
right. No, I agree.
They're trying
what
to
how much them start trying to sell them this new game is the price of whatever DS they decide to get plus the game instead of just like hey fine
And the
$5.99 for
remakes and the-
Go.
Yeah.
I hope leaves an impact though. I hope like we're not gonna hype up this commercial and they spend all this money and we're just like, oh, that's
I don't
it.
think that. I think it really probably. I don't think it's gonna be something with the new game. I couldn't get it out, but because it's the 20th anniversary and they're trying to appeal to everybody, it's probably mostly gonna be like Gen 1 nostalgia stuff.
Okay, I'll be honest. What I was laughing about when he said it, and it's like all this build up for nothing is literally just 30 seconds of gameplay from Hey You Pikachu.
They're bringing back like the Pokemon Stadium things at Blockbuster.
Oh,
If you can find one.
if you can find one.
Dang.
They're also doing a bunch of merchandise this year. They're doing like a New Era is doing a line of snapbacks with the
I
Pokemon
want
20th
one.
anniversary logo. Which, if you haven't seen the logo, it's like it's in the shape of Pikachu's head, but it's all the
20.
starters and
Yeah.
Pikachu. Well, who technically is a
I
starter.
thought 20s were in there too. Like, weren't they like randomly placed?
Pikachu's cheeks are a 2 and a 0, and then his ears and his the rest of his face are the starters.
That's dope.
But yeah, they're doing the hat. They're doing
Lanyards,
shirts, lanyards, keychains,
Mugs.
stuff like that.
Are they doing playing cards?
Yes,
yeah, I think
yes,
they're,
there was playing cards
like,
on.
I
there.
don't know,
and
regular
I'm not
thing.
talking. And I'm not talking about like Pokemon cards. I'm talking like actual.
No, yeah,
deck of
like
cards.
there were playing cards on.
Yeah,
there.
and
Okay,
there's,
'cause I
like-
thought I saw that.
And the trailer they put out, I don't know if they're supposed to be regular trading cards or like Hanafuda cards, where they're some kind of cards. But
I heard
yeah,
the
they're
word
doing
Fuda.
a ton of merchandise this year.
D.
In addition to that
Wow.
stuff, they're doing a red Ninjoid. For those of you who don't know what a Ninjoid are, count, do you want to explain real quick?
Probably the best explanation I could give, if you don't know what something like this is in general, it's a figurine. They stand maybe about, and it does vary, so I'd say probably about 4 to 6 inches tall. They're usually fairly small, but they have nice, fairly like intricate detailing. They look really nice. They're solid quality usually as far as like the material they're made of. For everybody knowing what just it being popular, pop figurines. Think pop figurine, just less generic. Instead of it just being like some little body, some big head. Now add accoutrement until it turns into Goku. It's more of a you can tell it's a custom made to be that character. I would say it's like a pop figure, but a lot better, like actually good.
They typically come with like different sets of arms and faces and all little like other figures. Like this red one specifically. There's been other Pokemon ones before. There's been a Cynthia one
With a
and
Garchomp.
Yeah, Cynthia with their Garchomp, and I think he probably had like Zoroark. No, I remember he had Reshiram. And there's been a red one before, and he came with the base versions of the Gen 1 starters. This one, it's the red figure is the same, but it comes with a Blastoise, a Venusaur, and a Charizard. So that'll be out. It's a Pokemon Center exclusive. Like you won't be able. I don't know if you can find Ninjoids in the stores anyway, but you can order it online. They'll probably sell it pretty fast, but if you can get there, you can get one. I would, if you want it, I would say try to get it because those are going to sell out really fast.
Yeah.
But there's another
I'm not
Pokemon
a big
app
statue
coming out this
fan.
year.
I'm sorry.
You don't like them?
I don't know. I've never been
I mean,
a
I
big
can see
statue
it.
fan. Like, I mean, I like the looks and the little, it kind of makes the room look cool on your desk. Hey, that's my personality right there. But for the most part, I've never wasted my money on action figures or anything like that, or statues or figurines. I really don't have many. I
I
think I have
will
like
say
one or two.
there it is definitely a money sink. I do
Oh,
have
yeah.
one that I paid I think $80 at a convention for.
The Rachel one or the one
For
that's on the
something
box?
that
the,
just sits
the
there.
one that's still in the box. The Rachel one came with the pre-order that I got for
That's
Blaze Blue.
right.
Now that one, I will admit, I should not have got it. I'm not even. I know who the character is, but I've also not seen the anime. Also, there's just a part of me is that I kind of want to spend money. I hate to say it, but like I want a figurine, but I don't know which one. I was gonna get a Noel one actually, but it was like 200 plus, and I said
So what are you
nah.
gonna do with
I
it?
want
It just sits
some
there.
Kingdom Hearts player arts, but they're expensive if you don't get them right when they
The
come
player
out.
arts
They
are
just
so
Gosh,
sit
the Square Enix
there.
player
I
arts
don't
are
get
so
it.
good.
The
I don't
Persona
get it.
ones are pretty cool.
I
Yeah.
don't.
They're
get it.
actually, I'm not gonna say cheap, but they're like, well, you can find them on Amazon for.
Now, well, I should say none of us are like the hardest core of like connoisseurs when it comes to figurines. I know that they exist, and I may have probably just mentioned some things that somebody's going to call us absolute trash for even considering. But
I
we
still
like what we
don't
like.
get the point. Someone please, if this video gets big, someone please explain to me the point and the excitement for.
Well, I mean, they can
figurines
give.
and
Well, I mean, they can
statues.
give you like the
Collectibles.
best, like
I mean, I
well
get
thought out
collectibles.
explanation.
No, I get
But
collecting.
you're not. It's like, I'm not gonna say it's not gonna change your opinion.
I
but,
get
you know.
collecting.
Yeah, there's no real
Like if I
answer.
get collecting, like yeah, I just want to collect them all. That's fine. I mean, I collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's fine. I mean, yeah, I can do something with them, but like I get that.
But you also play, like, I've always had the thing of, like, playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, like, I collect cards, but I don't play the game. They're literally made to play with. Like, I could understand, like, I know they have some sports cards where, like, they have an actual game set up with them, but they're, for the most part, just a collector's thing. When it comes to Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic, all that, I'm thinking, this is made specifically for a game.
You're literally
Why
just
not play the
hustle money.
game?
I think it's just because I've never been so hyped up about a thing before. Like, yeah, I'm hyped up about, Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff like that, and I buy the stuff and I play the stuff and like that. But I've never been to the extent where I'm just going to buy, like, the statues that they have and stuff like that. Like, I've never been that big of a fanboy of something. Does that make
Nah, I
sense?
had a
I mean, like I said, it's purely
That's just
collectible.
your It's
It's really no
all
different
on
than
you,
like
it's
a
all
poster.
preference.
It's just a
Yeah.
more expensive poster.
And
Like, I don't even have posters, I don't think.
No, it's just not
You know,
that
I've
personal.
never-
I have a
on
crap
posters.
ton of posters, but actually I didn't pay for most of those.
Hey,
Oh,
those
no,
wall
no.
scrolls, though. See, then again, I don't know. I guess I'm just indifferent about it. I get you. I
it's just
get
a
it.
different.
It's
like,
all
think of how
it's
you
all
feel
about you,
it.
man. It's all
Yeah.
about.
I get it.
But speaking of figures, on Pokemon Day, which is February 27th, they are going to be re-releasing some of the rare Pokemon amiibo. Lucario, Jigglypuff,
I thought you were about to say
Greninja.
Lugia.
Can that be a
That'd be
national
sweet.
holiday? Not national.
I think they're
like
going
a
for it.
worldwide holiday, not just like a franchisee thing. Like, can we write that into law of every country?
Remember one
Get
guy.
out of school on Pokemon
No,
Day.
that'd be so dope. Religious holiday. Well,
Can we-
no, this is a Pokemon holiday.
Well, actually,
all-
Pokemon could be a. I was gonna say a cult.
Can we be in past?
It could be a cult, not a religion. Let's put it that way.
Well, I mean, it could be a religion too. Well,
I mean, the difference between
all.
religion is how you look at it.
I mean, they do have a god, so all hail
Arceus.
Arceus, our one true creator.
I think you just got the weirdos, man.
But there's one small thing that they kind of was just a fart in the wind. There's a Pokemon.
I said that.
Wait, no, hold on. I think India actually banned it, or there's some I think it's an East Asian country that actually banned it because they thought it was possessing the kids because the kids were playing it so much. They were shirking responsibilities and other things to play Pokemon, so they actually just
That's
banned
crazy.
it.
I
in
know
the
there's been
country.
episode bans from countries. I've never heard of the game being banned.
Nah,
That's
like,
crazy.
there's some places where just the Pokemon franchise cannot go.
That is
You get in
crazy.
trouble.
Okay, let's continue. You were singing.
Oh yeah, there's a Pokemon photo booth out coming out this year for iOS and Android. That's all they've said about it, is that it's coming out this year. They've getting.
Are we
don't
gonna
give any
get a
other detail.
Pokemon filter on Snapchat on that day?
That'd be so cool.
What would it be?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, is it?
Dude,
whenever you
Honda
say
had one for a
filter-
day.
Wait, a filter?
A Snapchat filter? Yeah.
Why don't
Now,
you
when
just
you say,
have-
is it a filter or is it a border?
Or a
we-
border, my bad.
Okay.
Not a filter.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, it's
I-
probably something like that.
Yeah, I could understand a border, but a filter, like, what do you used to do? Make certain, like, facial, like, recognition software to show that, if they raise one eyebrow out and make a frown, they turn into Charizard.
Everyone just turns
What if
into
you close
Jinx.
your eyes and electric bolts come out of your cheek?
That would actually be pretty cool.
Have y'all messed with any of the other Pokemon smartphone apps?
I usually don't know.
No.
I
I played
know.
Shuffle.
As much as
Shuffle's-
I lose my phone, I can't say I pay attention.
I have Pocket
to
Mortys and
anything
I haven't
much.
even started it yet.
Last year they did release I think it was last year, Pokemon Jukebox app. It just has the soundtracks from all the games. You can either buy them or shuffle them on like a radio. I had it for a
sounds
little
cool.
bit, but I deleted it.
That's pretty neat. Some of their soundtracks are pretty dope.
Yeah, they have the for Fire Red and Leaf Green, they had the original like red, blue, and yellow soundtracks and the Fire Red and Leaf Green soundtracks.
What else? Did they release that one game? No, I think that's just a game.
There's
No,
quite a
never
few.
mind.
There's the 3D Pokédex that originally was on the 3DS, but then it later came to. I don't think it was on Android, but it was on iOS, and it had all the Pokemon. And there's a Pokemon Shuffle that came out later last year. It's on 3DS too. And I think there's another one I'm missing, but they've dabbled in it before.
I know I was telling, this is kind of off subject, but not really, but still is. So,
We
you know.
talked about India and Yokai Watch. I think we're good. So go
No,
for it.
I was telling my friend about the karaoke night we have here, and she said, "Dude, you should just go up there and just do the Pokemon rap, and I told her I
Oh,
would just be
gosh.
saying Geodude the whole time.
Geodude.
Geodude.
But one big thing for you card game players this year, they're releasing Pokemon X and Y expansion generations. There was rumors going around about that it was a complete re-release of like the basic Pokemon. Like
That's what I
reprints of
thought it
the
was. I was
hologra-
gonna be low key upset.
the
I was
holographic
low-
Charizard and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
I was low key gonna be upset because I mean I play card games and I know reprints kill prices. I was gonna be so upset because my thing's not
Stardust.
100% mint, but it's still worth at least $25. Like, you know,
But yeah, they're not reprinting any of those cards. They are re-releasing like those base set Pokemon and some special EX versions of like Pikachu, Ninetales, Jolteon, Snorlax, and a few other ones.
See, no,
But
they don't.
No, that old school Charizard would be too broken now.
No, he would be terrible.
he would be so
they'd all be
mad.
terrible.
Aren't they also releasing like all the certain legendary ones too, like coming out?
Yeah, there's certain sets. I don't know if it's going to be a year-round set, but I know there's a promo legendaries that come with it. I think that are going to rotate every month or with every shipment of them or something.
That's cool.
But on Pokemon Day, which is again February 27th, at participating Toys R Us, you can go there and receive special foil versions of the Pikachu and
I'm going.
Magikarp from that set,
I'm going.
as well as a Pokemon activity book, a poster of the original 151 Pokemon, and an exclusive Generations-themed folio binder to keep all your cards in.
I'm so going. I know that sounds so childish, but I'm so going. Are y'all down?
I'm down.
I
Yeah, I
mean,
went.
I'll
Well,
play the
I
game,
lived
but
in
I'm down.
Tyler. There were a couple of times I went to Toys R Us just because.
Bro, them
$2
collector items
Toys
are
R
gonna
Us.
be worth
It's
something one
awesome.
day.
Toys R Us.
Our boy that came down to the party last night, he was trying to find people to go to Toys R Us with them one time. No one wanted to go. I would have gone with
Toys R Us
them.
is like
but-
the best place to be.
I love Toys
And
R
I
Us.
asked him, I was like, why'd you want to go? And he told me, he's like, well, because I never could as a kid. Now I can, so
Yeah.
I got money, so yeah, let's do it.
Get a
No
train
one,
set.
no one wanted to go. I was down to go with them, but I got off like an hour after.
Who
he
doesn't
did, so-
appreciate toys?
I
I'm
love
sorry.
Toys R Us.
Exactly.
But, yeah.
They
But
do have Sonic toys.
They're
up
also
there, too.
digitally remastering the first 3 movies this year: Pokemon,
Can't wait
Mewtwo
for it.
Strikes Back,
One
Pokemon
of, like, the
2000,
best
and
quote.
Pokemon just the third movie.
Yo,
which is
bro,
my
I'm
favorite
so
one.
hyped for that. My favorite movie, hands down, is the Suicune and Celebi one. I don't
That's
know what
Pokemon
that-
Forever.
That's forever.
Yeah.
That's four.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
dang it. Either way,
Nah,
2000 is pretty dope.
keep our movies low quality. Don't remaster them because then it's
Dang.
what's gonna happen. They're gonna go George Lucas route and just start adding crap everywhere, and you're gonna see a freaking a Spearow flying across the screen when in the middle of the Mewtwo battle.
There's an
I
extra
think
Pidgey in the
Pokemon's been
background.
pretty advanced
I
in their
don't
animation.
appreciate this.
Like, I still look at some of the older videos and I still think that, that their animation still kind of holds up to the day a little bit. Like, I'm not saying it's perfect.
I can tell even for like the lower
What?
budget things, like I can tell just some of the issues that are there. Not saying that, of course, I'm not saying that it's bad, but you're just like, nah, I can tell it's aged.
Yeah.
Jim
I mean,
was
yeah,
pretty
I'm not
sick.
saying it hasn't aged, but I'm saying, like, they were ahead of its time on some stuff, in my opinion.
They weren't
Like,
ahead of the
You don't think so?
They just gave
No.
people seizures.
I think it's just because it was the only animation stuff I was really watching as a kid, I guess you could say.
Like, if you ever want to say
Other
anything
than,
animation-wise is ahead of its time, you might as well just say Disney.
Well,
Didn't it?
obviously.
Didn't
yeah.
it?
I mean,
Please
they're like
don't kill us.
franchise, like Pixar, them, and DreamWorks. Like,
If it
they're
weren't for them, we
just-
wouldn't have anime.
Oh yeah.
really.
Yeah, a lot of what anime takes as tropes were like essentially bastardized like Disney things. Like the eyes that we're also used to seeing in anime, Disney.
Didn't he?
That's weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And
And
Disney was the man.
Studio Ghibli, one of the reasons that they're so closely tied to Disney, like they're the only ones that are able to like franchise it here or produce it here in America, is because Hayao Miyazaki was actually close friends with one of the guys at Disney.
Them
That's
connections though.
He also
Disney's
hates
legit.
anime.
Yep.
Oh,
Well, dang.
well, for
In
he
its
has his
today's
yeah.
standards.
Today's standards is just trash.
But he hates today's anime?
Yeah, because what it is just basically like eye candy.
The best way to say
I know,
it
eye
is
candy.
like
Fan service?
he thinks that that's a large part of it, but instead of it being like stories and like anime based on people, not necessarily like historic figures, but based on just people in general, it's a bunch of like moe blob garbage that is just made for
cookie cutter
people
anime.
that want it, as opposed to being made as a new medium for something.
I guess like the difference between like a Michael Bay movie and we'll say who's someone that just does like experimental. I guess like Stanley. No, that's a
I don't know.
terrible
I can't even try to
comparison.
say.
But it's like watching like an artsy film versus like a Michael Bay film. The artsy film's going to be more niche, but it could be like one of the best things ever. But not many people are going to watch it. Where a lot of people are just germed to a Michael Bay movie because explosions, and we all like that. And
They're fun, just action movies.
yeah,
All right. That's the Generations TCG. That'll be. I don't know a specific date for it, but it'll be out this year. If you want it, you probably already know in the movies.
I keep thinking about getting into the Pokemon card game, but
Don't do
then
it.
I don't.
No, it's so stupid now.
I hear it's like a Magic the Gathering ripoff.
Nah,
No,
No, you heard wrong.
you heard wrong.
all right.
But now we're going into the games segment of the show. And
The
first
video
thing
games.
is first generation new 3DS bundles. They come out on February 27th, which is again Pokemon Day. It's the small size new 3DS that has interchangeable faceplates. It comes with faceplates of Charizard and Blastoise from the original American red and blue cover art, as well as pre-installed versions of Pokemon Red and Blue, not yellow. You can download that from the eShop if you want. And it comes with a download code for I think it's an exclusive theme. I don't think anybody else can buy it. You have to buy the 3DS.
So, like, are the plates easy to take off? Do you know anything about the plates, or do you, like, unscrew them? Because I don't even know.
No, you don't unscrew it. I think they just like snap on and snap
Just
off.
snap on and snap off. What's the base color, then?
Snap.
Or is there not a color?
I think these come with. I know if you bought it in Japan, it came with the standard color of whatever color 3DS you bought. But I don't know if those come like on there if it comes with like a white one, because the 3DS itself is white and then it has the plate. So I don't know about that.
Interesting. You know the release date on that, or not?
February
Not yet?
27th,
Oh, so
Pokemon.
everything's going down on the 27th.
pretty much.
wow.
And pre-order's already up on GameStop.
Why should that be the
and
day
Amazon,
like the apocalypse happens, like the rapture just happens?
they should put out Pokemon
So,
Go
Like
day.
that was the tipping point for like the world.
So are they seeing this whole 20 thing as like a whole year thing, or is it just like
Oh,
one
yeah.
day?
This is a year-long celebration,
So it's gonna be like the year of Luigi,
but a lot better.
but a lot better.
Yeah, and not 2 years.
Well, except that it's always had. Well, then it's always had the hype. So
Yeah, Pokemon. They're really going all out with stuff Pokemon this year. But yeah, that's the.
so when do we
First
sell our
generation new 3DS
souls to
bundles.
Pokemon Company?
We already did.
I did
Fair
a long
enough.
time ago.
But throughout
Wait,
the
I don't-
year, starting in February, they are re-releasing a bunch of event Pokemon, like Mew, Celebi, Jirachi, and stuff like that. There's a different one every month, and a few of them are GameStop. Like, I know Mew is the first one, which is in February, is going to be a GameStop one. Then a couple
So-
other ones down the line are GameStop ones, but a lot of them are just, like, Wi-Fi events.
Unfortunately, you have to go to your local GameStop.
See,
Yeah.
like I love it. I love being able to collect them, but I see it as like, I know, I'm seeing what you are saying about collecting stuff now. The more this episode goes on, but like it's the same concept for me for action figures and stuff. It's just like I can't use them. I play Pokemon
Yeah, I
somewhat
was gonna say.
competitively. It's like they're just there.
Event Pokemon are literally just trophies, because especially with VGC 2016 rule set, where you can have 2 of the previously banned legendaries, barring the event ones, the event legendaries are just trophies. Like, they don't even count towards Pokédex completion.
Really?
Yeah, they
That's
don't.
dumb.
Like, if you collect all of
Wow.
them, you'll still get. If you collect all of them except the event ones, you'll still get, like the little degrees and certificate that you get in the game.
Then they gotta stop saying gotta catch them all, because at this point there's some you can't catch.
You got
at
to trade or
all.
download them.
You got to trade or download. I mean, there's other ways of getting it not properly.
Oh, that's
but-
another thing. Now that you said that, we should go back to the virtual console releases of Red and Blue really quickly. Like, the reason you would think, like, with the virtual console being a thing on, like, the DS is that would be a no-brainer. But the reason it took so long to get them on virtual console is because they, like, a big thing with Pokemon was trading with your friends. They wanted to be able to make that a thing on virtual console. So you will be able to trade and battle between
So
the
wait,
virtual console
is the Red and
versions.
Blue bundle going to be coming with virtual consoles or like actual hard copy? Like, I mean, it's
virtual.
downloaded.
Yeah,
It's just a virtual console. It's
Yeah.
not going to be
not like a
not
cartridge or
graphic
anything.
enhanced or anything like that.
Yeah. Somebody did point out, and I wasn't able to find anything on this, that if it's going to be like the color versions of them. Because, like when they did yellow, it was in color. So I don't know about that. If
I
they're
don't
going to
know.
be in color or
I
not.
might be a little more disappointed now. I thought it was going to be like a completely remastered kind of game like that too.
See, I was under that impression. too.
Remastered or not, there's a part of me that like there's the part of the nostalgic part of me that does want it, but then there's the rest of me that's like y'all could have done something else though.
Yeah.
Oh, if they remastered.
But
it.
it's
Like
still-
I said, it's gonna go the George Lucas route.
It's still a cool thing though, because now it's making it where, let's see, every generation has a DS game now, so now you're able to get every single thing onto your actual current game that you have now. I mean, it's going to take time, but there's
Yeah.
potential to have every
To this day,
Pokemon.
Kanto technically has still been on every Nintendo handheld.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
So
now, hopefully, if these
Oh, yeah.
do well,
I
they'll
see
be-
that-
What were they on for? What was their DS game?
Nintendo DS, they were in Heart Gold. Kanto was in Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Yeah, when you get to go back to the
But
previous region and
is
fight
that
everyone.
reasonable to assume that you can actually now catch them all on one?
Well, I mean, there's still the version exclusives between the two of them.
But I mean, you can get both of the games.
Yeah.
So there's still potential, should I say?
But yeah. Hopefully, if these do well, that'll give like a precedence to put the virtual console versions of Gold and Silver out there. And the game, I've been doing some research on this lately about virtual console versions of Game Boy games because they're on the Wii U, but the only way they're on the 3DS is through the Nintendo Ambassador program that they did the year the DS came out when they did the price cut and everything. And apparently, it has to do with the way like the DS runs, because it's not emulating the Game Boy games. It's more it's doing like what the DS did. It's just simulating them. So like the the Game Boy games on the 3DS, they don't do sleep mode or have save states or anything like other virtual console games. It's a whole thing. So hopefully if they get that figured out, we can get like Ruby Sapphire, Fire Red and Leaf Green on
But why would you need virtual when they got the remakes, bro?
I'm so upset.
Well, Fire Red and Leaf Green.
I had an
Well,
Ambassador 3DS.
you have the islands. I forgot
Oh,
about the
well,
islands.
You can't
that
play them
was-
on your 3DS.
That was dope.
Yeah.
So maybe look at something with that figured out. I'd like to. I'd love to.
But isn't Leaf Green and Fire Red just a remake of
They were
Well, yeah,
Red
but
and Blue, theoretically? They
I mean,
added
it's brought
some
up to
stuff.
Gen 3 standards.
Okay, I get you.
I will say though one thing, I wish they would, because it's obviously too late to just decide to do it. I always wish that there was at least like a Battle Frontier type thing for the Orange Island League.
I know,
Oh, yeah.
right? That stuff would have
I
been so
always thought
cool.
that was actually like probably my favorite section of the original series, like period.
Because he
I'm
wasn't
surprised
just
they haven't brought that
battling.
in the games.
Yeah.
Like they brought the Sevi Islands in, but that was really just more an excuse to do Gen 2 music and Gen 2 Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna talk about Pokken Tournament. It'll be out here on March 18th. I think it's March 18th or March 17th. It's been it was location tested in Japan last year, and it'll
So
be
jealous. They got
out here in March.
Well, I mean, that's where they're based, so.
And they recently revealed that Chandelure is going to be in the game as well as
How are they doing that?
Braxian. I don't know. The
I
way,
guess it's just gonna be more like a mage
as far as I
fighter.
understand
Yeah,
about Pokken
Chandelure's
Tournament,
probably gonna play a lot like Gardevoir as being like a ranged
Yeah.
zone character.
as far as I understand Pokken Tournament, it's broken down into 3 types of fighters. There's standard, that's like Pikachu. There's power, that is like Garchomp and Machamp, and there's technique, which is like Gardevoir, Gengar, I think, and I assume Suicune is.
So, is this game going to be more like, I don't know how to explain it, like a Naruto game where it's like,
It transitions.
it transitions?
Yep. It starts out in like a full, like I guess you could call 3D environment, kind of like the Naruto's, to where you have complete free range as to how you move around, and the way that the camera interacts with the game is similar. It's not the same, but it's fairly similar. And then like you transition from that, you could kind of call it range phase into like a close range. It doesn't turn into a traditional 2D fighter, but it gets a lot more similar. As I remember watching, I think your Pokemon's moves actually change up a little bit, from transitioning to one battle mode into another.
Kind of like, I'm not gonna say kind of like Tekken, but where it feels a little bit stiffer on 2D, but you can still like move up and down.
It's kind of Tekken-ish once you get into short range, but long range it's something like the CC Corp or CC2 games.
Okay.
I'm so you're saying CC Corp.
Okay.
So as far as the currently known roster before release, there's going to be probably a few more revealed, but we have Charizard, Pikachu, Libre Pikachu, which is the cosplay fighting Pikachu from Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, Machamp, Gengar, Mewtwo, Suicune, Sceptile, Blaziken, Gardevoir, Garchomp, Lucario, Weavile, Chandelure, and Braxian. And out of those, I think that was 15, and not counting, Mega Evolution and stuff, only 3 of those were fighting type Pokemon.
Yeah, they definitely tried to not keep it to where it wasn't just fighting types, and even past that with Suicune and whatnot, not
That's
even just the
weird.
humanoid.
Yeah, because like when this game was announced, I thought it was mainly going to be fighting Pokemon, humanoid Pokemon, and then a few, notable ones like Pikachu or something
Who's
like
gonna
that.
be
But
who's gonna be exclusive? Like
Aren't they releasing
Nintendo? Like just throw Goku in there.
That stuff would have been so funny.
Goku, Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Why not?
That sounds like something my mom would say.
Aren't they releasing
Goku
a controller with it too?
Yeah, the game has a special. It had a special controller at arcades, and it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be released like as a bundle with the game here, but it's gonna be released in some capacity.
Does
So
the
you know,
controller look
arcades
stupid,
here aren't as
doesn't
big
it?
as they are.
The
like
controller
it.
in Japan was really big, and my whole idea on it was just
Duke Nukem
they
hands.
wanted it to look like the Wii. They wanted to feel like the Wii U controller, so that whenever they get it at home, it's not that big a difference.
Okay,
No Johns.
Makes
I
sense.
get you. I still don't like the Wii U controller. I still say it's one of the worst ones. But anyways, that's just me.
Now Tyler's over here saying that
N64?
the N64 is the worst controller. No, it's the Wii pad.
Nah, it's an N64 controller. Well, that's another topic that we've talked about, and we'll probably talk about again. But is there any? Are y'all excited for this game at all? Is there any? Are there any?
I
do
think
you
I'm
have any
gonna get it.
Roster wish lists.
Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan better be in there. Otherwise,
Yeah, those are the two notable omissions so far.
Nah,
I feel,
bro,
like, I
sock
feel like at
all
least
the way.
one of them should be in. No
both of
matter
them
what.
should be in.
Yeah, sock all the way. Screw it all. Sock.
Nah, Saw got too much love. Put Throw in there.
Sock.
They
Oh
put
yeah,
Soggy, you
Sock.
have to throw.
Everyone
Yeah.
hates throw.
I feel like they don't want to put any pairs in there because it's just one of those things like you pick this one
You gotta
or
pick the
that
other
You,
one.
you,
one.
yeah, you can
They're
like
the
because
kids
you
in
can
the
really
Pokemon
clutter it up.
Yeah.
I
I can
think
see that.
I feel like
Swampert will make
Tyranitar. I think Tyranitar will be in there. Is like a big
I
character.
can see it, but I also don't think I'd see it.
Four times
Alakazam's in
weak
it,
to
right?
fighting.
You said Alakazam?
Oh,
No, Alakazam's not in there.
Oh, that would have
Gardevoir
been
is.
so cool.
You got Gardevoir.
yeah, we got Gardevoir. Are we getting Gallade in there too, or no?
No, at least we don't know
We
yet.
don't know yet. I kind of feel like they're not going to do it because Gallade's cool,
How do you
but
know?
Nah, they should have put Ross instead.
I actually would have been pretty dope with.
It'd be like-
Curlia. Ross, I think it would just be literally too small to make sense.
And-
Nah, it'd be like Chaozu.
Yeah. A lot of the smart Pokemon are assist Pokemon, like Eevee and Snivy are assist
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah,
Snivy would
Snivy.
have been dope.
And the
Oh,
are
I guess
Munchlax.
I guess I should
Yeah.
go ahead and say like that. That's what I remember being really Naruto about it. The assist Pokemon are a lot like your assist in the Naruto like Storm games.
Except they're better because I saw that Snivy looked like he was doing Leaf Storm.
Snivy too clutch.
They are actually really. They can be really useful, and with the different options, they can also obviously change your gameplay quite a
boy
bit.
Swampert.
But they don't have any like tag team bonuses because this ninja knows that ninja. No, the Pokemon are just Pokemon.
Yeah.
No, don't they have like Mega Pokemon on there too?
They're-
Some of their special moves they mega evolve, like Charizard.
it's
and
kinda like
Lucario
Super
and
Saiyan.
My boy
some of
Swampert
them.
with skipping
yeah.
leg day, bro.
And
that would have been so cool.
Sceptile goes into Mega Sceptile and goes.
Yeah.
He'll be the only Dragon Grass type in existence,
Yeah.
which I
Sometimes
don't
we
get.
try still. I think Swampert will make the cut because they already have Sceptile and Blaziken. So
Yeah, if they don't put Swampert in, that is
That's
selective
stupid.
bias.
That is actually just a
I'm gonna
stupid
be so
decision.
upset. My boy Mudkip, come on, I gotta get some love.
He better like if they're not gonna put Swampert in, they better make Mudkip an assist.
He's debatably one of the more popular ones too. Like out of all the starters that have been out, they're debatably.
Nah, my
the
boy
starter-
Trico over
They're
here.
like the most popular
Yes,
starter
Sceptile,
three.
Oh yeah, they are.
there's 4 fire types in the game, and I'm looking at Charizard, Blaziken.
People have
Inferno,
always
Braixen,
gravitated
and
toward fire
Chandelure.
types.
Yo,
Yeah.
can we get Jinx in the game?
Jinx is
Nah.
kinda cool.
That would be
She
pretty
give
cool.
me some nightmares.
I
Nah,
could-
make old school Jinx work, not purple.
Yeah,
Nah,
I
we
could
can't
see
have
her-
blackface Jinx.
Yeah,
That's
we can't
messed
have
up.
blackface Jinx.
Dang.
Gongoro Girl Jinx.
That I could see her being like a standard, maybe even like a technique type fighter. Obviously,
Okay,
not a power.
Tyler,
type,
if you're
though.
or Keontae, if your girl Sabrina makes a debut in this game, just somewhere in there.
I'll buy this game in a heartbeat. Like I
You like Sabrina?
love Sabrina.
Nah, May all the way.
May is best girl.
Sabrina.
Best girl they've ever introduced next to Cynthia. Not Cynthia.
Cynthia is.
Yeah, Cynthia.
She's probably technically the best girl.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Sabrina.
Authentically the best girl.
Anyway,
Yeah, do you have any big roster wish lists?
Swampert.
Doug Trio.
That would.
So cool.
First of all, there's aerial combos, so that's not enough.
No, we finally get to see what he looks like underneath.
that picture of the Diglett with the
Have you seen the picture of like they're doing it's an X and Y you battle on the bridge and Doug Trio uses dig, just him falling.
That's so messed up.
Oh god! Oh, and those people that cosplay as like the 3 Doug Trios, and it's just like 3 like dudes just hugging each other the whole time, like in speedos.
Diglett the best. He's like the best in a Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Just have him follow behind you. Diglett, this is
This is weird.
What's our
Okay,
corn
but-
dog following you?
y'all think there'll be any other legendaries besides Mewtwo? I mean, I know a lot of
I think there'll be
legendaries
some
are
event ones later
big,
on.
but
I kind of feel like they might pull in one of like the bird trio. For some reason, I just feel like I'm gonna see like an Articuno or a Zapdos pop up.
See, I
at some
see
point.
Because no one likes Moltres. Moltres looks like a giant
I
flaming
feel like
chicken.
Celebi's too special.
You think so?
yeah, you don't want to beat up Celebi. Some guy on Twitter, he was like, I really want Eevee to be a playable character, but it would break my heart to see Eevee getting beat the heck up.
Yeah,
Ah,
there's some that
Is-
are just too cute to hit.
like the legendaries from Diamond and Pearl.
They're too
Oh,
big.
yeah.
Oh,
They
the
would-
not Muse.
Oh yeah,
The
Azelf
Lake
and-
Trio.
Mewtwo,
No, I
or Mew
hated
3,
them.
Mew 3, Mew 4,
Like
Mew 5.
Azelf.
Yeah,
No, I don't like.
I
I,
ran
didn't
it.
like that trio. That's weird, but I didn't like them.
I didn't like most of the legendaries from that game, and I think it's more just because I didn't like the game than anything.
No, I
Would
love the
Dialga,
game.
though?
I
Jim
love
Farman
the
hammered
game.
the legendaries.
Yeah,
I
it's
love the
too
game.
hammer, like, go deal with this. What if I don't even want to go over there? Go deal with it.
The underground aspect, though, I wish they brought that back.
The Underground was
That was cool. Like we actually like.
I remember spending time like playing that, like actually just running around underground and then thinking.
Finding hard scales.
Heart
Farming
scales
for
were so
stones
easy
and
to
heart scales
find.
and
Now
things.
heart scales are like, I gotta actually grind to get these.
I gotta grind.
Catch and love disc forever.
Not even catch, just thief all day.
Yeah, I never did the thief thing because I didn't ever want to. I'll just catch them. I'm wasting money this
Well,
way.
you can do it now. Like you can do it
Yeah.
now with
How are you
now that
wasting
TMs don't go away.
Yeah. Wasted TMs. I'd like to see probably
I feel
another
like
flying type.
I
Star
feel-
after my personal bias one, but
you know if
Oh, yeah.
Suicune's gonna be there, it's
I
gonna
think-
either be Luxray or
Is
Manectric.
Pidgeot
looks
in
like
it?
be dope. The only flying type is Charizard.
I feel like Pidgeot's more iconic than Staraptor, bro.
I
Yeah.
feel like Pidgeot or maybe even Swellow, to be honest. Like I
Oh,
don't,
yeah, I
I don't
can
think
see
Swellow
Swellow.
ever got the biggest name like that. It could,
That's my all-time
but
favorite
it
bird.
did stick around for a little while.
Nah,
Yeah.
Furo.
Swellow's
Swellow's
main claim to
big.
fame is honestly the anime Ashes and Winona's Shiny one.
No, people
Yeah.
complained about freaking Agility Swellow. That was so good.
And Double Team.
And Double Team.
Think we'll get any either Latios or Latios?
Nah. Yeah, I feel like that's another one of those one the other thing.
They're too fast.
No, I mean either one.
They're probably going to put Rayquaza in there just because they give Rayquaza
He's-
so much
He's
love.
Ridley.
He has so much love, though.
He's
Like,
too big.
Yeah, he's
just
Maybe
huge.
it's like a boss fight. I don't know if that game has boss fights outside of the Dark Mewtwo.
but it's just not fair. Like the VGC 2016, you can use Rayquaza
You know,
now.
I'd be
Like,
kind of
that's
surprised
so
if Drapion was in there, but
Ooh, Drapion would be cool.
Drapion
actually.
would be cool.
I hadn't thought of that. There's a lot of cool. It's weird with
because
making-
Gen 4 is
Toxic
kind
Croak.
because oh yeah, I was in Croagunk.
Actually, Toxicroak would be pretty cool, but I feel like they'd probably go for Croagunk before because
Yeah,
Ash had a Croagunk.
Brock's.
Brock. had
Oh,
it.
Brock had it.
Yeah.
I see. I didn't
every
watch.
time he like hit on a girl, it like poison jabbed him and drug him off.
It's so weird making a Pokemon fighting game like this because it's like from the get go,
Yeah.
everybody's not gonna make it.
And then if they had DLC, the DLC would just go on forever.
Like I'd love for Buizel or Floatzel to be in this game, which actually that'd be a cool choice. But
That would. It could definitely fit.
No, throw Dunsparce in there.
there's actually only one water type in so far. Well, there's one of a bunch of other types too, but
No, they're gonna have DLC for it. I hope they do.
they have to. But yeah, like some of the choices you said, like I think Ambipom would be really cool. Either Ambipom or like Lopunny, one of the two of them.
I could see Lopunny do like a kick type character.
And Mega Lopunny is a fighting type.
I know at first I was thinking like, what if they do Jigglypuff? Yeah, especially because she's already in Smash. Like they've already got half the ideas put together. Then again,
Wigglytuff.
Jigglypuff like just doesn't do anything anymore. Like it's not in the public consciousness for anybody except like the early adopters.
Yeah, I was about to say, Jigglypuff really doesn't show much shine anymore. Like Jigglypuff was one of those franchise faces. Now it's just kind of like,
I'm surprised they haven't
They
brought
know
that
about it.
Jigglypuff back in the anime.
That's what I always thought. Like
Out of everything they brought back, like Butch and Cassidy, which granted they haven't been in the anime in a long time, but they've been back.
Electabuzz.
yeah.
Oh
Throw
yeah,
Electabuzz
either
in
Electivire or Magmar.
no,
Electivire. not
Licky
Magmar.
Licky.
Oh my
In the
gosh.
zone.
Hey.
Actually,
There's so
I would
much-
like to see Magnezone. If nothing else, just for the sake of see what kind of moveset they would put to a giant floating disc.
Flash cannon.
with little arms with T-Rex hands.
Doing that, like, what about Stunfisk?
Oh my god. Stumpfisk has to be in there.
Duck Sparks.
Dude, Huntail though, like just stab someone.
Wait
Oh,
a second,
gosh.
like, also Wobbuffet, like, that
Ooh.
would be the technique character. It's all counters.
You just get beat. You just get beat up.
Just
By fact.
Well, I think we've said a lot about Pokken Tournament. It'll be out. We'll probably, I'm sure. I mean, between the, granted, only Jesse has a Wii U, but
Yeah,
we'll probably,
don't expect us to stream either.
somebody will probably get in. We'll play it.
I'll probably buy it.
But now
Just
let's talk
because.
about Pokemon Go.
The thing I'm so hyped for this year.
There's
Like-
so many questions with this thing.
You know,
it didn't
it-
give you anything in
What
the trailer.
what it really reminds me of is this app called Ingress, but better.
Somebody, I was reading it. What did you say the name again?
Ingress.
I was reading an article about it not too long ago. and
INGRESS.
Somebody mentioned that.
What is Ingress?
It's
Is it catch 'em all too?
no, not a catch 'em all. It's like you play as an agent on your app, and basically you use the world around you. And you just it's kind of like, oh, I check in, and like, well, this other you're playing as two factions. Like, there's a weird story going on, but you don't have to worry about it. It's like, do you want to go for the green or red? Okay, well, I'll be on red team, so now we gotta hack where these people have been, and you can also
Yeah.
like meet with people in your area.
I remember hearing that about that back in Tyler. And for one of the last few times I went to the castle, like somebody showed up literally just to like recapture the
Damn.
place.
Yeah, it's kind of like a
Okay.
capture the flag type deal, except it's a big thing.
So I guess before we get into really deep into this game, let's go over the stuff we do know about the game.
I
It's a
know
smartphone
nothing.
game. We
It's
know
an app,
that
free to play.
it's like kind of an AR game. There's going to be Pokemon situated in different places in the real world, and it is going to be, somewhat accurate to the real world, where like water Pokemon will be in water areas. There will be some Pokemon exclusive to such and such area. And
There's gonna be
whatnot.
so many Grimers in LA.
Oh
On the
god,
smog.
Pokemon like Meowth and
China.
Eevee will probably
And-
be in the city and stuff like that.
You think Eevee's gonna be in the city, not the fields?
What would be like what's a
Eevee's
very
a
polluted
field
place,
urban
and there's just
Pokemon.
like a bunch of or no, they're only doing the 150.
As far as we like in the Pokemon Go trailer, they only showed Gen 1 Pokemon.
Okay, because I was about to say we get that trash
That
bag
makes
Pokemon
sense.
like in.
Yeah.
I feel like if it takes off, they'll add on. But
Yeah, they'll definitely. If it takes off, there'll definitely be expansions. It's a free-to-play game, but there are microtransactions in
Well,
the game. We don't know the nature of that.
If
but
nothing else, based on what the trailer showed us, they're supposed to be like 3D renders of each Pokemon.
Mhm.
That's going to be a lot of like save space to take up if we end up adding like
Yeah.
even like 3 generations. Like I feel like at most they might go with if they're going to stick to the first gen, they might add in some legendaries for the others, really notable Pokemon from the rest. But just for the sake of nobody, that's going to be the first thing that probably half the people delete whenever they start running.
you
up
don't
on
think
space.
that the watch might have some way of like transferring the data onto the watch
Well,
through
what the watch
Bluetooth?
does, it's called a Pokemon Go Plus, and from what I understand, what it does is you wear it like on your wrist or click it to something. It syncs up to your game, and it'll flash like an LED when there's a Pokemon near you, so you don't always have to be on the app looking and seeing like, oh, this
Dang.
Pokemon's
Like,
here.
it's not an independent like device to
That
run
would have
the
been so
game.
dope,
It's
though.
just
I knew
it's
it
a
wasn't going to
physical
run it.
add-on.
I mean, I knew it was like a physical add-on, but I feel like it had like a save chip where it like kept up with it a little bit.
well,
Where
but
you could,
It's
like-
my Pokedex.
in that case, it would still have to use
This
the
is
phone.
not what I
as
expected it would be. This is the
CPU
future.
in order to run it.
That'd be sick.
Meaning it's just going to be more efficient all over it in order to have the phone
Yeah.
run it.
I get you.
So our phones are gonna be our Pokedexes, basically.
You'll have to
Yep.
buy a Pokedex phone.
Oh man.
This is my actual phone. I talk to people. I get on Snapchat, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. This is my Pokemon Go phone. This is the one that I am currently the world champion. on.
Are you a drug dealer? Why do you have a second phone? It's my Pokemon.
What would be
phone.
really cool, but they're definitely not going to do, is if they like teamed up with like the phone manufacturers and made like exclusive, like it looks like the Pokédex. Well, they could do like a
Oh.
case or something.
Yeah, I was about to say
But-
I'd be
Pokedex.
so down.
I was thinking.
I would be
cool.
I
down.
feel like I'm pretty sure they already got a few of those, but I hate how like all the like a lot of the custom phone cases you find nowadays are specifically for iPhone.
Hey,
I hate
iPhone,
that.
just
Like,
superior
you can only
product.
find
It's
iPhone
not.
and like
It's not.
It is.
Galaxy.
It keeps things simple. Where 90% of the people who use Android aren't even using the full potential of it.
Yeah, but that
You
doesn't
know.
that doesn't make an iPhone better.
I mean, for society, they don't need all that. We don't need all that.
Yeah,
you
but
don't need the iPhone. part of the like appeal of Apple is that everything works together.
Exactly.
So you decide to step into one, it's like getting married. You got to take the whole family, not just one.
Gotta get a Mac,
Nah,
an
not
iPad.
true. I have an Android right now.
Apple
I mean, I like
Watch.
my Android. Would I say I'd throw my Android away right away for an iPhone? Probably not, just because like I have everything on there right now and whatever. But when I get my upgrade, I'm going back to iPhone.
iPhone's
We
so
also
small for
already
me.
have a
I'm
Mac and
sorry.
an iPad though.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but I mean,
Like you're surrounding yourself in Apple, so you can't like you're part of saying no, you don't have to, but you did.
it's just so cool being able to just transfer everything to one thing. Like everything keeps up with each other and everything like that. It's so
Honestly, it's not
easy.
cool. I mean, I have a PS3, PS4, and PS Vita, and they all talk to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Google
So
accounts
easy.
do that with everything now. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but Google accounts suck.
that
Nah,
so
Google
far,
Play
it
Store
hasn't
too
had any issue
legit.
with me. So far, like
You know how many
if I
times
wanna
Google has
call
saved
somebody,
people?
I do it
I don't
on
know
my
the statistics,
phone,
but-
do it on my computer.
You know, they're
I'm
there.
a big fan of Google, but they're getting their hands on everything, and it's just making things complicated.
Apple's been doing it for a long ass time though.
No, they've only been doing devices. They haven't been doing everything. Oh, yeah, Apple ID on everything. That's Apple, of course.
This
But
is
Google's even on Apple now. Like, everything.
this is really off subject, but I could make it all connect together. I saw a Tesla the other day on my way to work.
Isn't
Really?
it?
Yeah.
No, not Nikolai Tesla. Like the
No,
car.
no, the
Oh.
car, the Tesla model. Tesla Model S. He's a
Wait.
time traveler, by the way.
I don't know.
Oh.
So Pokemon Go. What are our hopes, thoughts, and expectations for it? 'Cause my thing is, if it's anything like what they showed in that trailer, it would be amazing.
It's gonna be that's definitely what I was thinking. You know, whenever it comes to how many Pokemon, it can't be too many. If all of them gets a treatment like that.
Mine is that one. I can sum it up on that one picture of the guy where it's like my expectation of Pokemon Go. It's like I will try. It's like this. It's just silhouette of someone running. There's Pokemon around him. And it's like the lyrics of the theme song.
Yeah.
The reality, a guy just sitting like in a random room. It's like I know I'm not supposed to be here, but there's a Diglett somewhere.
I really hope it's not like
In the girls'
the thing they
bathroom.
released for a little bit
Was it
where
the
like
girls'
you're
bathroom?
hooked up with Google
No,
Maps.
that'd be funny.
Yeah.
Like, that Google Maps thing, yeah, it was a cool idea, but like, literally...
Didn't it
was
turn out
really
to be
like-
fake though?
If it kept, no, it happened. It
No,
was
it
just a
happened.
temporary thing.
Yeah.
If it kept going, like that still would have been like pretty clutch. Just like as a thing to do, like every now and then. Oh, yo, there's apparently a sparrow around here.
Dude, we can go
People
to state.
definitely were talking
Dude, we can
about
go
it.
to State Park and make a like day out of it.
Yeah.
Battle.
Here's one thing that I like.
You
what
apparently
I'm-
set up gyms, too. Sorry, go
Part
on.
of what I'm actually hoping is that, you know, some Pokemon are not say region locked, but are somewhat region locked. Not just like, oh, water Pokemon in water areas. Like, to me, there's also one of those things of like, you know, in the Pokemon games, you have to travel like the entire continent to fill up the Pokédex. I don't want to drive. Well, if you go by like biomes and like actual like ecology, we can do that in Texas by itself. But there's also the part of like, you know, I want to have, you know, if I want to literally fill this up, like have me travel for it. I don't want to, you know, walk 10 feet around the same area for a year straight
Yeah.
and still manage to get the entire world's Pokemon.
I want to go to the
No.
A specific bridge to get Snorlax.
No, that's just gonna be
That
so
Phoe-
dope, though. We're gonna have
that
little
Phoebus.
10-year-olds who are like, guys, I'm out. I'm on my Pokemon adventure. Let go.
Well, you can't do that in today's society
before you
now.
go.
Wow, so that's what we've been doing to kids in the games for years?
We've been
Well,
setting
eventually
them
they
up for
aged them up in black and white and X and Y, but
And didn't
They
turn it
had
back?
to.
yeah, for a
They
while as they turned them back down to kids.
they had to. I mean, did you see what that kid was wearing?
Yeah, did you
Yeah,
see
they
what
try-
Hilda had on?
Yeah, they tried to make them hot and black. Well, they look like kids again in black and white too, but
Why?
Yeah.
because they tried a somewhat different art style of that game, but
I didn't disagree with where they went with it. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And whenever they went back, I wasn't upset. It was just one of those things like, hey, this is kind of cool. It's different. Then like, oh, they went back. I guess that didn't last long.
Yeah, I was about to say like they're not even gonna let me settle in.
So, is there gonna be like multiple Pokemon centers and stuff like that all around, or what? Because you know they're gonna have to make it a way where you can rejuvenate your health. You're
I
gonna
never
be
thought
able
about
to-
the
You
Pokemon
go-
Center thing.
you
'Cause I
go,
know
you
like
know-
you can battle and trade and you can set up gyms and stuff. But I never thought about the Pokemon Center
You
part.
have
I
to
know
go.
you
You
said-
have to go to an actual hospital.
Because I know you said that you know
Get out of here.
that they said something about having something where you can just go 5 miles out from your house and find something. I think it was like a Pokemart or something like that. I don't know.
I feel like to an extent, a nice way to do it would be like have Pokemon have them be at say actual hospitals or stuff like that. You know, things you could assume to find pretty close, or it
Find
like have
Weezings
them
over
set
there.
at have like a Poke Center like set up at wherever you mark your home at, as far as like Google accounts is concerned.
Yeah.
If you decide to do that, there's a lot of people, conspiracy minded that aren't going to do
That'd be
such.
cool.
Yeah, by the way, we're all wearing tinfoil hats.
Maybe they'll put Chansey
We don't want-
only in hospitals.
That would be cool, or at least like
Yeah,
medical
that'd
plot.
be
Wheezing-
causing some problems. I don't see them doing
I
that.
said, as long as
Wheezings
they do it
and-
like medical plot, like you don't have to go into the building or anything. It's up like maybe it's somewhere around the
In the parking lot.
in the
Hospital
parking
area,
lot, or
yeah.
it, like say a hospital's here, like in a 2-mile radius, you can find a Chansey.
Yeah.
Smoking areas, or you find coughings and wheezings.
Yeah, and they did make a point, like, no matter where you live, you'll be able to catch some kind of Pokemon, but there will be some that are only in these certain areas, and there will be events, like in the trailer specifically, they showed, like, everybody was there in
Mewtwo
Times
on-
Square.
Yeah,
doing
Times
Mewtwo.
Square on Mewtwo.
Well, guys, we gotta travel to the Rockies to catch some nice Pokemon.
Dang, I do want a snow run.
Gen 1.
Yeah.
Alright, let's
Gen
go.
1.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, how many ice are in Gen
A
1?
lap.
Because I know some like.
There's Lapras,
No.
Seal and Dugong,
Lapras ain't
Articuno.
ice.
It's ice water.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
both.
I don't know. It's
Well,
gonna
when
be
I'm
pretty
thinking Gen 1, I'm thinking like actual like Gen 1 where it was only like one.
neat. If they do it right,
No,
it's
they have
gonna be
both
good.
types.
They had?
Yeah.
Oh, it's abilities they didn't have. My bad.
Yeah, yeah.
But
They
yeah,
also
if they
didn't
do
have
it right,
special
they'll do
defense,
it good.
special attack. They just had special.
Or
And Psychic was broken.
Oh yeah. And no genders.
I just hope
Right.
it's not like
No, genders.
Dead genders.
Brave Frontier and stuff. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm so bored with Brave Frontier and stuff like that. Like,
What's that?
it's like it's turn-based technically, and basically you get a squad and you fight one boss and you go through dungeons and stuff like that. But you don't really interact with anything. It's literally just click, click, click,
Yeah.
click. They do their own thing, and
I was kind of on something like that with Dungeon Link, which I still avoided a bullet on that one. The game is good, people, but that was going to be one of those games that I literally got addicted to for a
like that's
long
how I was
time.
with Brave Frontier for a while. I know one of my friends spent, I think he said $99 on microtransactions, and it's like, golly, for what? Random little tokens that give you out a 5-star monster or not by chance, and it's
Happy
like,
to everybody. Well, not that, but playing some game. I played Puzzles and Dragons for like a week. And I was done. Not even a week, I don't think.
They did a whole South Park episode on microtransactions.
like I'm really hoping Pokemon Go is not like that. I literally hope it's like, okay, a Pokemon's near, you have the watch. I'm gonna buy a watch. Why
maybe
There will be some microtransactions. They haven't gone into what they'll be or what they'll do, but they'll be.
I feel like
something.
to an extent, and this is probably how it's going to go, because the main like point of how they want to do most games nowadays, you get limited chances to play it per day or per amount of time. My guess is they're probably going to have a limited amount of Pokeballs. Like, say you stock up like 5 or 6, maybe 10 or so, whatever number they decide to count to. That's how many you get for so long.
See, that would suck.
Then, like, you can buy it just like the Hearts and Candy Crush. You can buy more hearts or buy more Pokeballs to keep going, or you got to slow down, because it's an in-game way of like them making you pace yourself out, not so that you don't finish the game, so that you come back consistently. You build up that habit of saying, "Oh, wait, let me go check Pokemon Go. Let me check.
Let me
my
give
Candy
my like
Crush."
5 plays.
it's like
of the
Tinder
day.
likes.
Yeah, let
But
me
what
go-
if I actually want to go out and travel though? Like, I want to go travel to go find these
I mean,
Pokemon.
that's
when you
Well,
buy more.
enjoy your.
Or
you
buy
know
better
what?
ones.
How about you actually enjoy the journey
Yeah,
and
I
get off
mean,
your phone?
Yeah, there's that too.
Yeah, but
Well, with this, we're specifically talking about the game.
yeah, that's true. No, I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to throw shade at you.
But
Nah, I'm throwing shade.
I'm not.
so we talked about Pokemon Go.
I
Do y'all
apologize
want
for
to
that.
briefly speculate on this year's main series games? As Pokemon took last year off, there was Pokemon games, but there was no main series. Like
I'm
gym
speculating.
badges, things like that.
I'm speculating another year off.
You think they're
I
gonna
kinda
take this
think
year
so.
off?
I feel like it'd be. There's a part of me that doesn't see them coming up with a new game already, and it's too quick. I feel like it's honestly too fast to do any more remakes right away.
I don't want a remake. I want a next
10 year of
gen-
Diamond and
I
Pearl
want
next
a
year.
next-
Remake.
I want a next
Nobody-
series game.
No.
That
We-
was the
we
game
didn't
that
even-
actually almost made me quit Pokemon, like hardcore.
Really?
Nah,
People
Diamond
have a
Pearl's
weird
so
relationship
good.
with Gen 4.
I
I love
was
Gen
very
4.
mixed on that. There are a few Pokemon like Miss Magnus.
Gen 4 has
Honchkro's
some of my
pretty
favorite
cool.
Pokemon.
I don't know why people hate on Gen 4 very much.
I'm not.
For me, it was just how the game was paced. Like, I liked a good few of the Pokemon, especially, I thought it was cool, the little sea snail or sea slug that was different, based on which
Gastrodon.
region. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Gastrodon. I thought that kind of stuff was cool. I did like the game, like, for a lot of the Pokemon. I just didn't like, having to deal, like, Mesprit, Uxie, and all them, I didn't want to have to deal with them every time. Like there was after the first one, I just said, "All right, I'm just not even gonna bother because I really don't want to catch any of them. They just don't. They're not."
The whole point is to catch them all, though.
I've never been a catch.
That's a big thing with some people. Like
I'm fine with
there
just going for
are
the game as is.
a lot of legendaries in that game. That game is very wound up in its own lore. Like Black and White is too, but it's never like
Well, that's what I
the
like about it.
Pokemon.
You really
The
got to
legendaries
understand
aren't
the region.
gods, and they're also not like it's not jammed down.
That was
your throat.
funny.
But
like,
you actually get to learn about the region. That's my thing, though. It's so
But the game
lore-based
also
and stuff
forces
like
you
that.
to.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
does
That's,
it
that's the
fairly.
story. You learn about the region. You
But
fend
it-
off Platinum, who's trying to. I think it's Platinum, right?
Team
Galactic.
Galactic.
Team Galactic,
Galactic.
who like tries to destroy the place. Now you're caught up in this precious lore where you're like, I love this place. This place has so much
Well, I thought-
history and culture.
Are you talking about Platinum?
No,
Diamond Pearl and Plasma.
Diamond
No,
Pearl
bro. I
Platinum.
thought that was Team Plasma.
Team Galactic. Team Plasma is Black and White.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But
my
you
bad.
know, and now
Stupid
you're
hats.
caught up in this, and now you're like, okay, this place doesn't need to be destroyed. We need to stop this.
But
you know.
it's paced really bad.
I mean, that's how X and Y is. That's my problem
No,
with X
well-
and Y. X and Y is literally, oh, I'm forced to go through this.
But,
I'm
but
forced
with
to go
Gen 4,
through
they
this.
jam like all of it down your throat. With Gen 5 and 6, and really all the other gens, like you get the general gist of it with the story, but you can go out here. Like people went way out of their way for X and Y to find out stuff about like the war and AZ and stuff like that. So the game doesn't even tell you.
And now it's
But-
like there's that theory where it's like parallel dimensions, like the ones that we played as kids. Those are
not
actually
even a theory anymore. Like
it's confirmed.
multiverse.
Yeah, it's
Nah,
multiverse
see,
theory.
I feel like y'all are hating it, but that's
No, I'm
part
not
of the
hating it.
game.
Yeah,
I mean,
love
I'm not
Gen
hating
4,
it.
but
For
I'm
me,
just-
it wasn't the fact of the story alone; it was the pacing on it. Because you had some instances like where it got real down and dirty, like like the adrenaline was running for like the next say hour, however long it takes you to get through it. Then it's another 3 hours before anything notable even
see,
happens again.
So
I
it was
understand
inconsistent.
pacing for the most part, but it's more like the whole like story concept and things being thrown down your throat. It's like, no, that's how games are.
Well,
You're
no,
not-
I mean, yeah, no,
but
no. He said like
story
he was
stuff,
fine
there's
with it. The
just
story as a
gameplay.
whole.
There's even just gameplay stuff like that game that is the worst generation about TN or HMs.
That is true.
You gotta have
Yeah.
fog,
You have to have so
rock
many
climb,
HMs.
all that stuff.
But like if anything, I'm gonna say the story about them shoving it down your throat with Force because instead of them dropping little hints about it here and there, like hey, just read, we're gonna go make you read this book here. That's like maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 dialogue boxes. No, like whenever they decide, hey, it's story time. Whether you know what you're doing or not, it's about take 30 minutes to go through it. If you're gonna stop and read everything, or you can just skip through it. Yeah, you could just keep tapping.
I
in.
love that about that game.
And the legends, my thing is like the legends aren't really legends. Like they're literally gods. Like Dialga and Palkia control time and space. Giratina basically controls what is Pokemon hell.
Yeah.
Like all the
Arceus
Pokemon.
is God.
Yeah,
Arceus
Arceus is the
God.
one true
Whereas
creator.
like for Gen 5, for example, Reshiram and Zekrom, they're like they represent like yin and yang, and Kyurem represents Wuji, which is I think means nothingness or something like that. But they're not literally those things.
See, I didn't like Black and White's story personally. Black and White, to
You
me,
know what?
was my
No,
least
Black and White will
favorite.
always have a special heart.
You know, like I
Well,
breezed
that's
through the
special place in my
game.
heart.
It seemed boring to me, and I get it. That what they were trying to do with it. I like the region. I just didn't like the story. I didn't like the pacing in that game either. That's just me. I felt like it went by too quick.
I don't know, oddly enough, I just hated Alder. Never liked him.
Who's
I'm not big
older?
on Alder.
He was the champion for that one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
the first time I saw him, like, who's this idiot?
That was
Like,
a
he didn't even say
weird-
anything yet. I just saw his, like, sprite, overworld sprite, and I'm like, I hate this
Remember
guy.
when I got to that champion, like the way they handled the elite form, like the hell do I do here?
In Gen
Oh.
5?
I think so.
It's by far my least favorite region.
I don't know. We had
in
to
the
take that
whole. I
elevator
didn't spend
down.
time on it.
Are you talking about the region or just the generation as a whole?
The generation as a whole,
Yeah.
should I say? I didn't spend the most time on that one. Like I spent more time on X and Y, and X and Y is probably one of my least favorites out of this.
I never finished X and Y.
X1 has grown on me a lot since I replayed it, last year, then the last year.
Like
but
I
it's-
love the region. I don't like how they did everything.
I
Still
don't.
a bad
I'm
story.
not. I don't think I'm gonna finish it.
It's all right. Just go on to Oros. It's okay.
Yeah, it's like Auras at this point.
No, but black and white, they're just gonna always have like a funny memory for me, especially place in my heart. Not because I think it's good. I mean, I don't remember it that well. It's just like when because PETA has to do this every time a Pokemon game comes out.
Oh,
They
yeah.
did like Pokemon Black and Blue when it's like abuse. When that was actually the story for Black and White. What
Yeah.
are Pokemon actually slaves? It's like no, they're actually friends.
Some of them are
Well, some of them are
Team
slaves.
Rocket, and,
Yeah, Team Rocket.
So what was y'all's favorite region? I think we discussed this in the past, but I mean, like, really, if you had to choose one, which one's y'all's favorite? Obviously, 4 is one of your least favorites.
Yeah, least favorite.
Yours? Favorite is what?
Favorite would probably be Johto.
Johto?
Yeah, like I feel like I like more like individual Pokemon from Hoenn more, but as an entire region, I prefer Johto.
I can see that. I can respect that.
Whatever the hell X is, X and Y.
Kalos.
That's my least favorite. I haven't even played the whole game, so. Then again, at that time I was playing like 2 Pokemon games at once, so and I was really burnt out.
Oh, that burns
you
you out fast.
Well, that and I was coming off the heels of another Pokemon game, so I was really
Yeah,
burnt
that's
out.
bad.
You're trying to hurt yourself.
Yeah, so favorite is gonna be Hoenn.
That seems like a career-ending move right there.
Yeah.
Tyler?
Now we're talking about just the region specifically, or the generation
Just
as a whole?
the generation, everything about it.
'Cause we're talking. My least favorite generation is Gen 1. But that's because of what Gen 1 is. Like, I love Fire Red and Leaf Green, but that's a Gen 3 game, not a Gen 1
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely could. Well,
Okay, then I'd have to say like region and like context. Like I put Fire Red and Leaf Green as Gen 1. Like I know it came out with
So we're talking Kanto.
Like, yeah.
region,
Regions.
not generation.
yeah.
His favorite region would be either...
I like to explore.
No, not just to explore, just like
Pokemon and whatnot,
story.
all-inclusive, but
everything.
Instead of
Story.
instead of locking it to like the time frame of the original Red and Blue Kanto, like Fire Red, Leaf Green, or an updated version of it.
Okay.
Probably least favorite regions either Sinnoh or Unova. It's weird for Sinnoh because Sinnoh has some of my favorite Pokemon. Like I love Buizel and a lot of the evolutions they did, like Leafeon and Glaceon and Electivire and stuff like that. But
And didn't they get Frostglass or Frostlass
yeah,
too?
they did a bunch of like cross generation evolutions in that
Yeah.
game.
I thought that was cool.
But as far as like the actual region
Magnezone.
exploring, either Sinnoh or Unova, I didn't think they were very
Yeah,
like
that's
the regions are kind of not sparse, but they're kind of I don't know, they're kind of contrived to me. They're just not as interesting as the other regions to explore.
Yeah.
That's Black and White Unova is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mine would be Black and White least, and favorite is Hoenn. My thing is, I respect why y'all don't respect Sinnoh if y'all don't like it. I respect it. I get
don't
it.
Respect it.
I get it. Like he doesn't like pacing. Some people feel like it was forced, like y'all were saying.
I didn't say it was forced. I just.
I mean, whatever the reason is. I mean, they all have some good in it too. Good aspects into it.
Yeah.
Like
So now she felt more depressing out of everything because like. I know.
It's a lot more ambient Pokemon game, even down to the way that game does music compared to the other Pokemon games. It's really different.
Alright, sorry, Jesse. I cut you
no,
off.
you're fine. I personally don't think there's really a bad Pokemon game, just not that great of one sometimes.
Gen
Like,
1 sucks.
It doesn't suck. It's just it started. They,
Yeah.
they
It's
didn't
basic.
refine it yet.
Early installment weirdness.
That's kind of like saying that the original Street Fighter is a terrible game. All right, it is.
It is.
But
Except
back
that
then though, it was
it's-
golden.
yeah, well, I wouldn't say it was golden. It's just one of those things like they hadn't figured out how to make it work yet. Like,
But they
this
laid
is
the
literally an experiment.
like it was the groundwork, and
Yeah.
they just built upon it.
Yeah.
But
Street
just to
Fighter
give-
2 is miles ahead.
Just to
of
give
one.
credit where
Oh,
credit
yeah.
is due with Gen 4, they did do the special physical split for the battle system, which I liked.
Yeah, that is nice.
I did like the previous way they did the battle system in like Gen 2 and all the gens, but specifically Gen 3. But I think it's better with the special physical split.
I know one thing that I kind of laughed about on battling other people. I didn't do it much. Was never a big like competitive Pokemon player. And I don't even mean that as like big scale. I just mean playing against the other kids down the street and whatnot.
Yeah.
Once it got easy with the DSs and whatnot, I still didn't do it much. But it was years after whenever I realized picking a spot was actually some kind of important.
Remember when we actually had a
Yeah.
Link battle?
Huh?
Remember we actually bought a Link cable and Link battle, and this was like years after the Game Boys. I guess.
Bro, me and
Yeah.
Tyler.
Wait, did we buy it? I guess we
I bought one.
Dang.
Remember, I went to GameStop and bought a Link cable for Game Boy
I was about to
Advances.
say, I knew we had a purple one. Oh, yeah, I had a Game Boy. I just had, like, Game Boy Color one
See,
because...
Check out the
I
wireless adapters that only came with Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Well, this is like back like on the when they, I guess like the tail end of them selling like Game Boy products like Advance and stuff.
No, this is why I love
Cable cost
Pokemon.
me
Y'all have
96.
memories like that and stuff. Like where y'all both bought something just to do it, and y'all hung out with it, right?
Oh, no.
No.
My brother stole mine years before.
Oh, that's sad.
You know,
I think
this
it
was
the
like
first thing he ever took from
this
the
was like
store.
maybe freshman year when we did this.
Yeah.
Well, y'all still have a
Possible
memory
sophomore.
with it
I
though.
think
It's
it
still
might have
pretty
been
neat.
or
Eighth
something
grade.
like- It was. I don't think the DSs were like out or not. If definitely they weren't out for long. I know I didn't have mine. I got mine at the end of 8th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it from Austin Powers.
Yes.
That's pretty neat. I know I met Tyler
Did
off
you
of
steal
playing
it?
Pokemon.
I didn't steal it. I was just like I remember seeing it in there because I think my phone or something like that got taken, which I highly doubt it was that. But I remember seeing in there for a bit, and I just said like, "Hey, my DS is in here, and I'm about to like go to high school. Can I get it?" And she just got it for me.
That's
And I'm
awesome.
supposed to make you pay for this, but I'm not gonna.
That was one of the new like
Lost it-
DS
lost
lights too, though, because it wasn't yours. It was black, but the top part was blue.
Yep.
That was like the last version they did of the DS lights.
I was either so I almost had to pay $15 for like a pretty much brand new DS Lite, but got it for free instead.
Yep.
Bro,
Lost
those
it.
DS
Didn't have a
lights
charger
were
or
so
anything,
good.
so
I
that's
must
what I
say,
had
the
to
best
get.
handhelds were the SP and the DS Lite.
DS lights will break on you.
Yeah, they will.
Eventually, the L and R buttons started working and the hinges started creaking, but
Yeah.
the thing is good. The DSi is where it's at, though.
The SP is still dope.
If only for the matte finish.
I was
I
upset
never
with the DSi.
wanted the DSi just because they dropped the like Game Boy.
The advanced cartridge thing.
Yeah.
That's what I got
I
upset
just
about.
wanted the matte finish on it.
But
I never had an issue with it slipping or anything. So
I never slip from you, but it's just ugly.
it's not ugly.
not ugly.
It's
It's a different
questionable, but it's not ugly.
Just
But-
a matte finish.
I mean,
that's
I
one
can't-
of the things when I was talking about memories. You know, I have like fond memories with Pokemon. It's always gonna be that special game to me. I mean, I met Tyler off of it. We literally met during the summer and played Pokemon while our sisters sounds
Yeah, I
so
was
much
gonna say, our
cooler in a
sisters.
minute. You know, they went out and played softball, and we're over here like forced to go because you know
We were kids.
we were
brothers.
kids.
I was the king of the block when I was little with Pokemon.
Yeah,
Once
until
we,
you met me.
once
though.
we got wireless adapters
That's
and we could
right.
battle.
Yeah, we like. I know me and my brother like battled once or twice, and it's usually back and forth. There's one kid up the street that played. I don't think we ever battled him. I don't think we did. Like I'm trying to think of any point in time. Like we played everything with this kid. Beyblades, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon card game for like the little bit that we actually tried playing it, and now that I look back, we played it incredibly wrong. But
who played that game right back in
Which
elementary
one?
school?
the
Card game.
Pokemon card game.
Oh right, that and like
Let's
Yu-Gi-Oh.
just play-
It was
let's
just
just
drop
play with
blue
no
eyes.
energy.
We didn't have a show to go off of for Pokemon card games, so we
Yeah.
were just going for it.
But what I was saying was, you know, Tyler, I think Tyler is the one I actually started playing against people with. Like, there was no one else I ever played against. I was a lonely, miserable kid.
I didn't play against just a bunch of people because we also didn't have link cable. We didn't start battling on my block until like Fire and Leaf Green came out with the wireless adapters.
Yeah.
See, I remember using that link cable. Me and you were trading stuff from gold and silver and stuff
Yeah,
onto the
I got
Oh
it.
advanced
god, remember how
systems and
long those trades would take?
stuff. Yes.
Gosh.
But it was so much fun, though. I don't know.
Wait, like across the wireless? 'Cause,
Yeah.
like,
No, across like the actual wire.
that didn't take that long. That was like
Comparatively now,
comparatively now, but yeah, that's
I
also
don't
a
know.
much more
You know,
sophisticated system.
I must
Like, it
say
took
this.
maybe 20 seconds, and they're always like that little like them going through the link cable.
Yeah,
and
we
music.
mentioned
that
that.
was so dope. I always enjoyed that, but nah, it did not take that long. You're like exaggerating.
Yeah,
this.
I gotta say, Gen 4 and Black and White had the longest trade system. It was like, oh, you see the Pokemon, then the Pokeball dropped, and then it shaked, and then it went around and around and around, and you watch it go
Yeah.
all the way around onto their spot and drop.
you know what? I think they want you to they want you to feel bad.
They want you to mess up the connection and lose both of them.
They get lost in space.
Dang it.
Some kid just turns out to just, I got 2 new
You're
Pokemon.
crazy. Me and Luis used to trade between his Fire Red and my XD Gale of Darkness with the Game Boy connector stuff.
My friend gave me
Kill
his
Darkness is
platinum,
so
and he
good.
has and he had like action replay on it. So like I have like a level 100 Deoxys.
God.
There needs to be another game for the main console, in my opinion. I think it'd be so dope.
Really,
Like a main
weirdly
series type
enough,
game?
I played like the console games more than I did the handheld games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can
I
see
remember
that.
you playing Coliseum like a butt ton.
Main series would be cool, but I don't see that happening. I'd have to say more like
Like Stadium.
Stadium or like Gale of Darkness or something like that. Gale of
Like
Darkness wouldn't be main series,
I
would
feel
it?
like
No.
I mean, main series style gameplay in the sense that like it's that type of setup, but
I know Battle Revolution was supposed to be the Wii's equivalent to Stadium,
No,
but
but it was sucky.
it
I
never
love that game.
it never carried the same amount of hype, and I feel like
I never played
No
it.
mini games.
Did they have an announcer in Battle Revolution?
Oh yeah, no, that
Yeah,
that
like, I
announcer was
remember I
hype.
played it once
He
or
was really
twice, but
hype.
I feel like the announcer for Stadium was always like what made the game for me, no matter what.
I mean, he wasn't the
mini
announcer from
games are
NBA
fun,
Jam,
but
but
the announcer is what really made it.
See, I like the mini games so much. And I love the different cups and the different things. You follow different rules and guide set. Revolution to me was like, yeah, you had the different rules in the guide sets, but it was just like you either battled or you did nothing.
Oh,
It was just battling.
I played the crap out of Coliseum though.
But yeah, I wish
love
they made
that
another
Garden.
Coliseum or Gale of Darkness. That stuff is so fun. I hate that you have very few select Pokemon.
Yeah,
you have to
very
catch.
limited.
There's
But-
to a point, like I also feel like there's also some merit to that because I mean, if you still think about the games or like the main series game compared to like the console main series, I say console, the GameCube ones.
And the
You
one
don't travel nearly as far in Coliseum and Gale of Darkness. Like you, at least from what I remember,
You travels in
didn't
towns.
You travel like a few towns around, but it's not
Yeah.
like you're literally crossing the country.
No,
Actually-
over a set of months. Like,
Actually,
it's-
the
Yeah, those regions are
Coliseum,
small.
I guess it was more like post-apocalyptic because like it was just all desert.
It was a really different.
It's
look.
based on Phoenix, Arizona.
I will
The
say
Ore
we
region.
should
Well, I hate that
probably
game
do an
now.
episode over like hacks on Pokemon games
Or
by
even better.
themselves.
And stuff like Nuzlocke runs. We'll have to
Yeah.
do
I
some.
love that kind of stuff though. Like that new region stuff. It would have been cool if they made it a mainstream game too later. Like, okay, yeah, it was an in-depth of story, cinematic game, and then they said, oh, here's your main series game for it. That would have been so cool.
It's an interesting region. They'd have to really flesh it out there because it is just separated into different areas. Like you
Yeah.
don't like travel through the areas. You're like
You
select the
just ride
area,
your
go there on your
scooter,
scooter
like,
or
that
that
big-
sweet bike.
I hated
Yeah.
that. Like you play as this awesome kid who used to be part of this gang, and now is on the run basically.
He starts with an
Like, it
Umbreon
actually
and an
had
Espeon.
story.
Yeah, Umbreon and Espeon, and then now why am I playing this kid on a scooter?
You had to rescue that whiny little girl.
Eevee.
Also, the art style between Coliseum and Gale of Darkness changed massively.
It was still
Like
nice.
they did
Well-
not feel like the same game.
What?
Other than
Are you talking about the whiny little girl in XD?
Yeah.
No, because
The one that
she wasn't whiny,
No, she
I
wasn't
mean-
whiny, but she helped you out. But then she just got annoying to me. I don't know
she
why.
did get.
Are you talking about Coliseum? Like
Yeah.
that? Okay,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about your little sister in XD.
nah, she can stay kidnapped.
But we've gone on pretty long on Pokemon, and we could probably go a whole another hour talking about different things like
How
Nuzlocke
long have we been
and
going at
things
this?
like that.
We'll
Over
probably
an
have
hour.
another Pokemon episode
Yeah,
one day.
we'll probably maybe we'll shoot for one, and get one out on Pokemon Day, talking about just other different things and going more into our memories. But for now,
Pokemon Shuffle.
this has been And Whatever Podcast, 20th anniversary of Pokemon episode. Remember, you can get the podcast every Tuesday on YouTube and SoundCloud. If you want to keep up with the podcast on Twitter, you can follow us at And Whatever Podcast. Or if you want to keep up with us personally, I'm on Twitter at Tyler Chancellor. Keontae is Keontae00. Jesse is JesseTrio95. And Ricky is Ricardo Noriega0. Tweet at us. Let us know what you liked about the show, didn't like, and share with us some of your favorite memories of Pokemon.
Can I mention something about the SoundCloud?
Sure.
That the SoundCloud, like, as soon as we upload a new episode, doesn't it, like, the one that we upload before, like, just go away?
We got some issues with SoundCloud, but we're going to get them worked out.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Until next time, thanks for hanging with us, guys.
See
Bye.
ya.
Tiny Rick signing